Hey, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Param, how are you doing?
Good, good, sir. How's everything with you?
Everything is going really well. How
Perfect.
is the Empire Canals going?
Oh, it's going good. They're running out of their towns that are left. I think there's only mostly London's left, and one Madrid, one Paris.
Yes, exactly.
Really.
And I think that's the only place where you can find some towns in 500s, right? There's no other place left now.
Nowhere else. I think Thorold and everything is above 600 now for sure.
Yes. And there's a market, there's a chance whosoever uh, got benefit of that pricing, they like won, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
I think your client should be very happy that you got them the homes at this price with so many incentives.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because even now, the clients I have, they're hesitant because they want more incentives. But I told them as the market changes and there's more buyers in the market, they're less likely to offer more incentives.
Yes, and tell them that whatever incentives they are offering, they are about to go away very soon. So if we are offering 5% deposit, which no other builder is usually offering, tell them that this is about to go anytime soon. So if they want to benefit from that, this is the only time.
No, for sure, for sure. Because the same people that reached out after, they're kicking their butts right now because they should have purchased before.
Yes, and we even have one of the client, they want to go with the earlier incentives, but Empire has taken them off and they are doing the same thing. They are not happy about it. But
Do
and
you
even for the Brentford one, the what we offered was $5,000 of gift card, 5% incentives, even the appliances. Now appliances are gone, $5,000 of gift card is gone. So they are kind of taking it all away.
can you see it coming, these incentives coming back later in the year or
I doubt it. Frankly speaking, I will talk to Empire people again, but I doubt it because they might bring those in, they might do something for the detached homes because those are three-story homes that's not moving for them as far as I know. Like
okay,
last time I talked to them.
okay.
So, like wherever they will feel that they need some incentive to make it work, they will do it. Same way for the condo towns in Brentford. If you remember, those condo towns in Brentford were actually stuck for a long time, and then they introduced those incentive. As soon as they introduced the incentives on those condo towns, they like sold it in 2 or 3 weeks. And
Okay.
then once it's all sold, they saw that this is working. Then they introduced the same incentive at the other locations as well as at the freehold towns as well,
Okay.
right? So that's what it is. We'll just wait for 1 or 2 minutes more for other people to join. We have Rajat here and Sunil Sani is here. How is your health, Sunil Sani? You can hear because he wasn't well. We have some new joinees. Mamta joined yesterday, and then Mike joined a couple of days ago, actually. So we have some newbies.
Thank you so much.
Even Sunny is not. He's last month he joined December. Okay, let's see who is there. So how was the last year for everyone?
It was great. It was great. Hoping this year to be better, but no, it was good.
Param, if we make a solid plan for this year, it will be much better.
Yeah.
Deals will come more easier. and you will be able to do a lot of deals without any problem at all.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, so 11:05, let's start the meeting. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I can see my screen, but I can't see everyone now. I don't know how to fix the issue. Okay, so there we go. So welcome new agents, especially Mamta, Sunny, and Michael.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we actually made the video of 2024. Actually, not me. Anshul made the video of 2024. I want to play the video. It just gives us some kind of glimpse of how the last year went for us as a whole.
Hi, people.
Okay, so that's the last year. Now, here. So I'm pretty sure that for Param it went really well. Param, you joined in October or so?
Yeah, I believe end of September-ish. I think so.
Yes, end of September, right? And then you started doing a deal in October. So basically you joined in September, October, November. 2 months you did amazingly well, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
So this is our year-to-date ranking for the last year, and that is for resale. And Sophia, I'm not sure if she is here. No, yeah, Sophia is here. So congrats, Sophia. You are the number one for the last year, and I think that was one of the like best year for you so far, right?
Hello, Sunilji, that's correct.
Yes, and then
Congratulations.
Paul is actually Paul is very close to you. Then after that, we have Sunil Sani, we have Lisa, we have Ajay, we also have Keith. So congrats everyone. We have 6 people who really did well in terms of and these numbers are in terms of the gross commission earned for the last year. We also have one more category, which is the pre-con category, And pre-con, Smriti, Neetu, Param, Ajay, and Paul. We have the 5 people. So these 5 people did amazingly well. Param joined in October. So he actually like started working in October and November. Smriti joined in June, and then as a agent. So that's how she started like working. So if you will see most, even Ajay joined with, I think, April or May. So and Ajay did pretty well too, because Ajay did few deals in the pre-con and some deals in the resale as well. So he did both at the same time. He did around 7 deals last year, which is his first year and not even the complete year he was working. So I think you did amazingly well, Ajay, Param, even Neetu did really good. And here Sunil Sani, like Lisa. So we will create some kind of Canva for all of you to use it for your social media as well, Sophia. So that might help you, right?
Thank you.
So now the question comes, what do you guys want to achieve for 2025? I think the best way is to see what worked for you in 2024 and what did not work for you. So do more of the things that worked for you and do less of the things that did not work for you. And I think if you are making a building, it starts with the blueprint. It starts with some kind of business plan that this is what you want to do. Every business that you go for, even all the big corporation, they all have some kind of plan. So I think it is very important for you to make a plan for your business. We will be doing one workshop next week for the business planning, and I would highly recommend, if you want to join uh, in the office, we can do it in person, and you can make a plan for the for the uh, for the 2025. Anyone who's interested for the business planning?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm
interested.
interested.
I
Sorry.
am.
So who is interested? I can just like write it down. Um,
Sunny. Sunny's interested.
okay. Anyone else?
Ajay is interested.
Me as well.
And Param?
Yep.
And Neetu.
And Manisha.
Mamta.
Okay.
And Maiko.
And Jessica.
Jessica. Perfect. So I do have, and it like always works. So it will give you some kind of direction how you want to work every week, every month, and then it will give you the good numbers. That's what I think everyone is looking for.
Right.
Yeah, so that should be your like plan. And I think this year market will be much better. Last year market was challenging. A lot of things were happening. Interest rates started going down in June, and we saw the momentum picking up from June to the end of the year. So I now giving the mic to Param, and I want to listen to the Param story because Param did amazingly well. He did around, I think, 120 or $130,000 of commission for the 2 months, and how he did that. And I also want to know his plan for this year. So Param, this is like for you.
Perfect, perfect. So I just want to start off by thanking Sunil with his guidance, and I was able to achieve these deals. But first things first, I would recommend watching the ad campaign video that Sunil has, the training, because that's what sort of got me into getting my own leads as a funnel, and then working those leads as well. And then the second thing that I did was, try to get better in sales, reading different books, going to different events. There's a lot of events on Eventbrite that are free for sales training, and then just practicing every day and calling the clients. And I would spend at least 2 to 3 hours a day with new and old leads and calling them and at least touching base with them 10 times before they would go and book something. And
Okay, let's start first thing first. You saw the training how to generate the lead from the Instagram and the Facebook, right?
yeah.
And then you implemented that, and then you selected the project for yourself. How did you select the project in Niagara?
So I ran ad campaigns, to be honest, for Brantford, Caledonia, and Niagara, and I was getting the lowest cost per lead in Niagara, and I
Yes,
liked the price point and the incentives at that time. So that's what
yes,
made me choose Niagara and focus my efforts there.
yes. So, would you remember how many appointments you did for the Niagara total in last year?
I believe showings it was about six.
You did six showings for Niagara,
Six showings for Niagara.
and out of that, how many you closed?
Five, I believe. Yep.
Wow,
Wow.
you have better success than even me. Come on, Param.
I try to qualify the clients as much as possible before going to the showing as well.
So you qualified the client. Okay, let's break it down. What was your script over the phone?
So over the phone, I would ask them the basic questions, what they're buying the property for, if it's for investment purposes or if it's for themselves.
Yes,
Then I would ask them, their financial situation and see if they have the money for the down, and if not, then kind of connecting them with mortgage advisors and stuff like that to see what else they can do to put the down on the house as well.
yes, yes.
And
So basically, you were talking about the mortgage before even you were going to meet them.
that's correct. Because
Yes,
I was conveying to them that I want to make sure that I'm in a position to even help them, because it's not
perfect.
everyone that you can help.
Yes.
So I was trying to make sure of that first.
So you ask them if they are investors or they are end users. You talk to them about their mortgage situation, that if they can qualify or not.
Yeah. And then ask them just what their goal is, their future goals for the property is. And then
Yes.
that way we can narrow down what they need and exactly what fits their real estate goals.
Yes, perfect. And then once you qualify them all, then you would book the appointment for them in Niagara or wherever location.
That's correct. Yeah. And then qualifying them first and, telling them that you maybe might be able to help them and maybe not, depending on their goals.
Yes,
Also, and you don't seem too pushy, and they actually feel like you're actually trying to help them.
yes, perfect. And I was there for one or two of your appointments, and builder's agent, they knew you. They came to you. They were asking about you. I think you had a very good chemistry with the builder people as well. How did you do that?
Just getting there and then just talking to them and taking their help when they're offering. Like the first time I brought the client, I actually learned from them what their techniques were, because they just stepped in and they were pretty much almost kind of selling for me, but I was actually learning more on how they do that and how they talk and how they convert more people.
Okay. So far, what I got from you is that you watched the training. You were also part of lot of other trainings outside the Spark. So you went for various events, and then you were also learning from the builders rep, and you were there. You were seeing how they are talking to their clients, how they are qualifying their clients, and then you change your pitch accordingly, right?
Exactly. And if you just talk to them, they'll tell you exactly also what you need to do and the tips and tricks and all that stuff as well.
Yes, Perfect. So for last year, as far as I remember, you had a basic CRM. You did not have the follower boss, and this year you have a follower boss. So you are more prepared for this year.
That's correct. And even the basic CRM I had, it was a game changer. Like it was helpful than not having any CRM at all. Because when you have like 250, 350 leads,
Yeah.
you need something to be able to manage them. And that makes it better that because like every lead before it turns into a client, I think you need to the average is you need 18 touch points, whether
Yes.
it's through text, call, email, social media, and that helps you schedule it easier so you don't forget to reach out to a certain person.
So now, can I ask, out of 5 deals that you did, 6 appointments, 5 deals, how many leads you had?
So I had about the total leads of when I started my ad campaigns were about 200,
Yes.
but then most of those leads I further categorized them as, hot, cold, warm leads. Because
Yes.
some people are currently not ready in the at the moment, but they're still interested maybe 2, 3 months down the road.
Yes.
And then
Perfect.
I'm contacting those people. If they tell me 4 months, I'll contact them in 2 months and see if the timeline is still the same.
So based on whatever you did last year, and be really help everyone else out here as well. What do you think that you will be able to achieve in 2025?
I would like to achieve between 500 to a million.
And for that, how many deals you have to do?
That I would have to do 20 plus, sure.
So in pre-con, if you are doing 20 deals plus, average commission is anywhere around $30,000 minimum for even if you sell anything. So it is around $600,000 of commission.
Yeah.
Why you did not say $1 million?
Baby steps.
So I think, Param, I will be honest, with you, $1 million is easy to achieve for you. I think you are learning from whatever sources you can. You
Yeah.
are very planned in your way of work. You are using the CRM. You are qualifying the clients as much as you can. If you work on a right project, $1 million is not difficult to achieve, and $1 million is around 35 deals or so. So I think that should be your goal. You should aim for the sky, and you will get there. I think so. I want feedback for everyone else who thinks that he has everything to achieve $1 million. Come on, everyone, at least motivate him. Say yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
Or give it a critical thing, like, no, maybe he has to do this or that.
I think Parm's gonna do really well this year, considering that he did, 5 deals when, we're starting to slow down in our business a little bit. Like we're heading towards the third quarter. That's usually like the toughest quarter for everybody. So if you're able to do 5 deals, then like I think the sky's the limit for him, especially when, it gets busier for us. Also, we are hoping for this upcoming year to be a better year for us in real estate. So I think he's definitely going to surpass 20 deals for sure. And it's very motivating for me to hear his story as well. And all the tips that he kind of gave, I did make some notes, and, I'll definitely be reaching out to Parm too throughout the year to see if there's anything else I can kind of pick up from him. But those were some very good tips, and I think he's going to do very, very well.
And
Thank you.
I have all the notes here from Param as well. I am learning at the same time as well.
Another thing that I would just mention is I have a book. It's called my objection handling book. So
Yes.
basically, when the more objections you come across, I write everything down on my objection handling book, and I find, on my free time, I find ways that I can handle those objections. Because most of the clients, they'll most likely have the same type of objections. So if you can master that, you can get back to them right away within seconds with your answer. That kind of closes the gap as well.
So, Param, I will tell you the way to be multimillionaire, and that would be w- with all the force you start this year, and whatever you have, you just implement everything this year,
Yeah.
and get the maximum that you can achieve. And whatever you will achieve, that will be your base standard for the years to come. And say once you make $1 million, even if you make $800,000, you will say that's not your standard at all. You deserve much, much more. And that's how you will achieve. So this year, you create your own benchmark,
Perfect.
right? And no, I don't see any reason why you can't achieve that. Anyone else has any question for him?
Hi, Param. Actually, I was like interested in your objection handling book, actually, because I was going through that only because,
Yeah.
as new agents, we don't know like how to deal with those objections, right? So you have any tips on that? Like how?
So just, yeah, it's just the more you call, like I think last year in October, November, when I would sit down and call, I was doing 70 calls per day. And I
Okay.
would write down every objection. And then you can, like, most objections are like related to finances, and you can, easily refer them to a mortgage advisor, or if you have knowledge yourself, you can provide that. But just
Okay.
the more you write down the objections, the faster you can overcome them and advise your client, to be honest.
Okay. Thanks.
So what was the biggest, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
What was your biggest objection handling that you feel that was a difficult one?
uh Probably be people who were against the builder itself.
Mhm.
Like, I had a few people that weren't really pleased with Empire's reputation.
Mhm.
And you could say a lot, but they're like, once they have that made up in their mind, that's hard to overcome.
Right. So do you think you were able to overcome that objection?
Not that one, but the other ones, yes, but not
Okay.
that one. That one I'm kind of stuck on. Maybe you can maybe one way to come across that objection is arranging a meeting with, the client and the builder, and
Okay.
showcasing some of the good things that they've done.
Okay. Excellent. Good to know.
Perfect.
Did you come across any of your clients that were like, oh, we're kind of waiting to see like how the market goes, and they're kind of fixated on where the market is going to be heading? Like, did you have any of those objections? And if you did, like, what was your way of handling those?
So I did have some of those as well, and to be honest, the builder taking away the incentives kind of helped out as well, because that just showed them that, as the market's getting better, what I would tell them is, as the market's getting better, the prices are going to continue to go up, and the incentives are going to continue to be taken away. And that's what I would be telling them. And then once it actually happened, they kind of believed me a bit more. And that helped close those clients as well.
Excellent.
Perfect. That's good. Anyone else has any question for Param?
So, Param, like you were not like, for example, like you're talking to a client, right? So
Yeah.
you were not aggressive to push them, or like you were just being, I mean, how do you deal with that? Like
So
to
what I
push them
learned
to
is,
make that decision, right?
the
Or say
more
an appointment or anything, because like me, like I'm a little bit aggressive, so I'm trying to understand, like to be pushy or no, or how to, because these guys are dealing with big money, right? So it's a little bit difficult for me in that aspect.
So even because they're dealing with big money, it's like, if someone comes, knocks on your door and they're aggressive and they want you to buy something, you automatically think that it's a scam, right? So with that being said, the main thing that you want to do is provide value. As long as you're providing value to your customer and not, pushing them into a sale, they'll more likely convert than when you're being aggressive and pushy for them to sell. So just provide the value, like provide, if they want the prices, if they want to break down, if they're an investor, you break it down for them. So do go the extra mile, tell them what the rents are and stuff like that, and what the area is doing, if it's growing, and yeah, the more value you provide, you won't need to push, because the value that you provide will just speak for itself.
Yeah, and I've seen Param, and I know Param a bit. He's not pushy at all. He's very friendly, but again, at the same time, a friendliness is backed by his knowledge too. So he knows about the stuff. He knows about the rent and everything else that's going on in that area. I think probably if someone talks about the builder, he knows what builder he's dealing with, his background and everything else, and he explains the clients well, right, Param?
Yeah, the more value you can provide them, you're not coming across as you're trying to just be there for the sale.
So Parm,
Okay.
can you tell us, sorry, a little bit about your history as like a real estate agent? How long have you been an agent? And before this, like what were you doing before you joined Spark?
So to be honest, before Spark, I was with EXP Realty, and I think most of you guys may have heard about them. They're just an online-based brokerage, so there wasn't much support. And I've gotten, I think I did about 3 or 4 deals with them, but I was in real estate for about 2 years, didn't do much for the first few months. And then I got with EXP, and there just wasn't much support like we have here at Spark, which I guess kind of was the reason why I'm still learning, and it was much slower for me to get to where I am now. I didn't know about, ad campaigns. I didn't know about the going to the builder, speaking with them, asking them where their buyers are coming from and stuff like that.
So Param, like I just wanted to ask you about the ad campaigns, right? So you like how much do you spend on that? Like,
So Sunil told me a good thing. He said you should be spending 10%, but at the moment I was doing $1,000 for every deal I was doing. So every
okay.
deal I was doing, I was just up at $1,000, but which is less than the 10%.
Okay.
Initially, well, how much did you invest for your very first campaign before you had any deals?
It was I believe $500. $500
Okay.
for my
And
first.
which, like, is it like Facebook, Instagram? Where did you run them?
Yeah,
Like,
it's Facebook ads campaigns, and Sunil has a really good training video that shows you how to set it all up step by step and
okay.
everything.
So if you want the link of the training, we are happy to share that with you. And if you want to start your own campaign, by all means.
And as soon as you get a lead, you would want to, contact them as soon as possible, because you're still fresh in their mind. They know
Okay.
why you're calling them.
So Param, I also have a question for you. What is your day-to-day activity looks like? How is your day structured?
So my day is I would as soon as I sit down to work, I would go through my CRM, see what my tasks are for the day, who I need to follow up with, who I need to call, and then I would structure emails as well. So through my CRM, I'm sending out automated emails that touch base with all my whole sphere at least 2 times a month. And it's not content that I put in that is pushing them to a sale. It's just providing value on the real estate market, what's going on, what new projects there are out there, and stuff like that. So I work on that kind of stuff, and then I spend at least 2 hours, whether it be in the afternoon or evening, calling, just strictly on the calls.
So 2 hours strictly you are on the call,
Yeah.
on just talking to the people, right?
Talking to the people, and some people may get annoyed, but it's a part of the job. The more you touch base with your client, the more you're gonna figure out where they stand and whether they're able to move forward or not.
So, like how many hours would you say you work every day?
At least minimum 6.
Minimum
And
6.
then I'm reading and then training, investing into myself and stuff like that as well.
Yes. Perfect.
And one thing I just started doing is social media, putting videos out there and post, because what I feel is that's something that a client will use your social media to verify you. If you're
Yes.
posting, like, if you have a new client, you can tell them to check out your Instagram. And if they go through and you're posting educational content and stuff of value, they'll kind of hold you to a higher regard as well.
And if you guys want to make the videos, if you want any help, we do have the training for that from Anchal.
Yeah.
We do have the video links. We can do one or two more trainings this coming year. We have like a lot of trainings lined up at the same time for you to learn and grow. Anyone else has any question for Param now? Anything more you want to ask? This is your only chance. After that, he will not give you any of the tips. I'm telling you.
No, you can call me anytime.
Rajat, do you have any question for him? Sunil Sani, Amar, Sophia, Jessica, Neetu. Okay, no one. Okay, so what's your tip for anyone who is struggling and who is new?
I would recommend them to start getting leads as soon as possible. Start running the ad campaign, start getting leads, because once you have leads, you can start calling people. And once you start calling, the more you call people, the more showings you do, the more better you'll get at your craft, to be honest. Like I think my first showing, I was super shy, and then my last showing, I was, taking them across the model home and breaking down the whole project for them, and yeah, the more practice you do, the more you'll come out of your shell, and the better you'll do, to be honest.
Perfect. That's amazing. And you know what, Param, thanks a lot for contributing back to the Spark community. I really appreciate that. You know, that would be, I think, tips for everyone, and I think it will help everyone here.
No, for sure. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
And I would actually want everyone, we will do it every week for anyone who is having a success to share it back with the community, to tell us what they are doing, how they are doing, so we can all learn and we will all grow together. So next, after 2 or 3 months, it can be like Sunny who is asking all the questions, and we are asking him how he is doing, how Neetu is doing, how Sunil Sen is doing, Sophia is doing, Amar is doing. Yes. That's a good way to start the new year. Everyone is excited about it or what?
Yeah, so
Yes,
excited.
definitely. Yeah.
100%.
And Param's, like, everything what Param said was really insightful. Actually, I needed it. Thank you, Sunil, for arranging this.
Not a problem.
Because like we are new and we're trying to like understand it. And what he has said is actually, it's really, I took down notes and it's definitely going to be insightful for me.
Yes, and you know, it's all I actually asked Param that, hey Param, would you like to share the story? And he said, yes, I would love to share the story. And it's good. And it like always works both the ways. So he's helping you, but the entire thing is also helping him too. So now he's also he has also gotten something out of the conversation, right?
For sure.
Perfect. We do have also one more training planned by the builder tomorrow. It is over the Zoom. We are discussing the project on in like London and in Kitchener. So that will be tomorrow. I will share the link. I will try to bring one builder or one Zoom meeting every week. Do attend that, learn as much as you can. See how the builders are pitching the project themselves, and we will kind of have the same language with our clients anyways. So I will be bringing a lot of trainings, lot of coachings for all of you, and let's all make it a really good 2025. Okay. Any parting words, anyone? Nope.
All the best to everybody, and good luck.
Thank you, Param. You
Thank you.
too. Okay, take care, guys. I will see you.
Okay, bye. See you.
Bye.
Thank
See
you. Bye-bye.